Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 100 of Fuel for Success. I asked the hotel if I could write on the wall. They wouldn't let me. What are you going to do? It's great to see everybody. I can't believe it's 100 episodes, Matt.
I can't either. It's gone by fast, man. We've had a blast. I'm shocked. It's just like you wake up and here we are, episode 100. We've had a great time doing Fuel for Success. I'm very sad to report that this will be our last one today. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. If you can't hear me, it's probably a good thing. So, how are you,
I got
Mike?
you.
You're
I
on the
got you.
road, my friend. Where are you? Chi-Town?
We are in Chicago, Illinois, so seventh day on the road and last day on the road.
They're still saying they can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I'm working on it, Matt. Um, you should be good now. There's a little bit of there may be a little delay between when they hear you and when I adjust it. So
Al. Al says everyone should do a wheatgrass shot. I agree. We should do something, Mike. Everyone should do something for you and I for episode 100 today. And that would be a perfect gift is everyone go do a wheatgrass shot. That would make me very happy. How's that?
yes, yes. You know, I had some of the best wheatgrass I've ever had at the Sip and Glow in Philadelphia. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm going to have to say I agree with you, my friend. It was some of the best ever. So, wow, dude, 100 episodes. Did you ever think when we started it that it would take off the way that it's taken off?
I really didn't expect it. I wasn't sure what I was, expecting as far as viewers and things of that nature. It's actually turned out to be a lot more fun than I expected, and I've learned a lot more than I expected. Um, so it's been amazing.
What? Okay. So I'm not as
Hey,
funny.
I didn't say I had low expectations.
Man, glad to hear that you're learning more from me than you thought. I'm more fun than you thought. No, actually,
My expectations were way up here, but I mean, it's been astronomical. I can't even believe it.
I get it, my friend. I totally get it, man. Well, wow, bro, it's just been quite a ride, man. And so for episode 100, what we're gonna do is, even though today is our finance show, we're actually just gonna talk about fuel for success today, just to kind of give people a reminder of what it's all about and what the heart and soul of Fuel for Success is, where we're going with it, some of the things that we've done. Like I'll name a few real quick, Mike, that I attribute to you and all your hard work behind the scenes. Is hey, to me, it's cool that we have our own website. You can go to fuelforsuccess.tv and watch any episode, but you went above and beyond and you got to set up on iTunes. I think it's awesome that anybody can take our talk show and now download it on their iPod or their smartphone and listen to us. So a great big thank you to that. And then also got our shows uploaded to a YouTube channel. So we're officially on
Right.
YouTube as well. So there's really three different main platforms that people can watch. And of course, always live. I think it's cool that we have so many faithful live viewers. And I want to give a shout out to our faithful live viewers that are here every single day. Even those that watch later, like we get emails from people that watch the show every day, later on at home, at night, and so, or even the next morning really early. So we've had a lot of viewers. Where are we at? I think we're right over 60,000. I know you're not at your main computer, so you're not able
Okay.
to, so we'll give a real count tomorrow. And I agree with Al. Al said you're an awesome partner, and that's exactly what it is. It's we have a partnership, and we're both 100% in, and it's been a blast. Not only Fuel for Success, but Mission 25, and just Mike, just really want to give some love today to all of our faithful viewers. Anybody, if one person takes time out of their schedule to watch this show, we're grateful for it and we're humbled by it. But to think that there's been well over 60,000 people that have viewed our talk show, and our greatest goal is to add value. So, Mike, we've kind of come up with some questions that we're going to kind of interview each other here and just give people a good talk today, a good fireside chat about Fuel for Success, my friend. So let's get started, man.
Sure. And I'm going to circle back in a little bit and just talk about the technology platforms and the sort of what I would call the distribution vectors that we do to try to make it easier for our viewers to be able to get this content in their hands. Um, And I appreciate everybody saying all the nice things about us. And Matt, you really are an awesome partner to work with. It's so much fun and so exciting and challenging and fulfilling to work with Matt. So you already know that. You all watch the show. You know how dynamic and special he is. So, um, but let me jump to the
Had fun.
to the questions here. What's that?
We've had fun.
Yeah. So the first question we have really is kind of the big question. Why did we start Fuel for Success? What was our motivation? I'll
Our
let you answer first.
was this. Mike and I have this bleeding passion to want to help people and to want to add values to people's lives. Like at the end of the day, let me tell you the raw motive of why we do this every day. Because we believe in people and we believe that anybody can become successful. And we believe that people need empowerment, they need coaching, they need motivation, they need inspiration, they need training. And Mike and I both, in our own expertise, have kind of reached a level of life where we've moved into more expert status. I know all of you know what we mean when we say that. And literally, the show is all about give back. It's all about give back, sitting down for 30 minutes every day to be able to answer people's questions, to be able to talk to people about the important things of life, such as health, such as finances, such as your spirituality, such as your career, and then, of course, your family and relationships. So we started it because we just really wanted to make a difference and help people and, add value and just give people a place where they could come every day, no matter how rough life gets, no matter how bad you get beat up out there, no matter how hard it is. Some of you are climbing, some of you are going through things, and this is what it is. It's your fuel, and that gives us joy knowing that there's people out there that listen to this show, that we are bringing encouragement to you to be a better dad, a better husband, a better Christian, a better businessman. Mike, there's people that are losing weight as a result of our show. There's people that are getting healthier as a result of our show. That's why we started it, other than the fact that we're totally insane. What about you, Mike?
Well, I totally agree with you that everybody needs coaching and motivation. And, you and I do too. I mean, we're not, I don't want for one second to say like, oh, we know everything and we're just, but we do know some things. We've had some experiences and through that process of giving, you know, in today's world, you know what and one of the reasons we sort of settled on the platform that we're using here, which is Spreecast, which is a new platform, and we've hit some technical challenges. We might talk about that in a minute. But we wanted to have a live show and to give access to people because Q&A, this format of Q&A is really one of the most powerful tools that you can have to gain access to people that have knowledge and have expertise. Um, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there and so forth, and you can pick up things, but the great thing about a Q&A platform where you can interact and ask questions is that you can get right to the heart of what your specific scenario is and really get with that. So that's what I like about
The
it.
value of Q&A, man, is huge. That anybody can get access to us every day with questions about life, about things going on in your life, to me, That is extremely valuable, that Q&A aspect of Fuel for Success, because we really try
Yeah.
hard to pay attention to the questions that come in, the questions that are right there in our chat box. And speaking of our chat box, Mike, tell a little bit about the value of the chat box over there and how people can use it, and tell us a little bit about that, man.
Well, for us, this is like the closest thing to being in a live room as possible. I mean, the ideal scenario for us to be able to deliver content would be to sit in a room with all of you around in a circle, and we can just interact and chat. Obviously, that's not possible for us to do every day for 30 minutes. And but what we have is this makes it as close to that as we can possibly get, because first of all, y'all are chatting amongst yourselves, right? And we're watching that and reading that, and that feedback helps guide the way that we're doing the show. And plus, we have a community where people are connecting with one another, and that's a powerful thing. And that was unexpected. That wasn't something we expected, but I think it's a great thing, because there's people that join us on the show that are viewers that have expertise, that know things, that can add value to someone else's life. And really, this show isn't about us, right? It's about adding value to you. So we're all about whatever works, to help add value. And I was also just going to say, Matt, you said show is all about giving love to our viewers, and I'm almost feeling like we're getting more love from our viewers. So
Really
I
are.
like what Al said. He said it was worth.
Fuel for Success has become a community. It really has. Britain said it perfect. She's connected with people she never would have connected with before. What's amazing is how intertwined Fuel for Success is with Mission 25, and how, like, we'll go to a
Yeah.
Mission 25 and somebody will go for the first time, and it's literally almost like the same reaction you get when your name gets called for The Price is Right. Everybody goes nuts. It's like, oh, good to see, just because there's been so much interaction and friendships and people have connected on social media. I'm still waiting, Mike, for our first, like, Fuel for Success marriage. Like, for some single guy on here and some single girl on here to, like, meet, friend up on Facebook, write each other, go on their first date, go on many dates, get engaged, and get married. I want to see that happen in 2014, my friend. You never know, man. Hey, we had over like
That's
12
funny.
marriages through Soul Winners Boot Camp. I don't know if we have had any through Mission 25 yet, but I counted over 12 people that met at Soul Winners Boot Camp and got married. That was pretty cool. Kind of feel good about that.
Mm.
Like, I should be like the what do they call it? The godfather of the kids. Is that what it is? Godfather? What do they call it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I know, Kara. I'm going way back on The Price is Right there. Uh,
Wait, how far back? Are you going Bob Barker way back or Drew Carey way back? It
nah,
depends. Okay.
Bob Barker was the boy. So
Awesome.
anyway, that was just some good stuff right there, Rev.
That's funny. Hey, here's another question, and I definitely have my answers to this one, but what has been the greatest challenge for us in doing a daily talk show?
Well, the greatest challenge, in my opinion, was when we were doing the show at 11 a.m. That was tough because it was literally right in the middle of our day, and it was hard to ever take a day off. B, it was hard because it was just in the middle of the day. As far as we both have our own businesses and we're both momentum type people. And once we get going in the morning and then stopping for the show and then the post production, that became a little challenging. And I think hence why we moved it to 9 a.m., right? I think another challenge
Yeah.
was our travel schedules, Mission 25. And sometimes you remember we had this situation where my laptop was dead for almost a month. We've had situations where,
Yeah.
one of us was traveling. And so, we've had our share of challenges, let's say. What would you say? What would be your take on that, Mike?
Well, number one would be schedule, and as you said, our travel schedules are crazy. This is my seventh day on the road, so I've done what, like four of these from the road, and it's always interesting to like roll into a hotel late at night, knowing that I have to do a show the next day, wondering if I'm going to have adequate bandwidth and where am I going to be able to find a quiet place to do it. I'm actually in um, the business center of the hotel here, which luckily it's been very quiet. I was going to do it in the lobby. The lobby was crazy. There's about five conferences going on here, so um, and it's I wish people could like I wish there were cameras following us around, especially when we're on the road and we're trying to find a place to do the show, because sometimes we just do crazy things.
Crazy.
And
Crazy. I remember you guys doing the show in that one hotel, and Carol literally basically shut the hotel down. She was telling the workers, "Can you please be quiet for
yeah,
30 minutes?" Telling people
can you
don't.
guys be quiet? Can you turn off the?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she's unscrewing light bulbs. It was funny.
yeah, the luggage cart. She's like, "Can you do me a favor and not wheel that through the lobby right now? My husband's doing a talk show, you know." Or remember me doing the talk show in Staples, man? I
Yeah.
couldn't find the Wi-Fi
Yes.
anywhere on the road, so I went into a Staples and just walked up to one of their computers, signed on to Fuel for Success, and did it right there. And one of the workers came by and was like, kind of looking at me like, you know, sometimes you just get forgiveness rather than permission. That's what I've learned in life. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was actually just thinking about, do you remember when we were in St. Pete that time, Matt, and we were in that tea place and we needed a charger for my Wi-Fi thing, and Matt just stands up and goes, "Hey, I have an emergency. Does anybody have a charger for one of these?"
you know,
And the lady did. She's like, "Yeah, plug it in."
yeah, that was funny, man. That was cool. I forgot we did that. We've done it in a hotel. We've done it in a tea shop. We've done it in a Starbucks. We've done it in God, all kinds of places. But wow, it's hard to believe it's been 100 episodes, my friend. Mike, you know what? Let me ask you this. As far
Yeah.
as challenge, I know another thing that's been challenging for us because we're talking about what are some of the challenges we face doing Fuel for Success. Another challenge has been um, stopping at 30 minutes. Like that's been tough, really. Like
Yes.
we've decided and committed to a 30-minute show, and we've tried to like be pretty like sacred about that. And sometimes we get in a flow and we get into a topic that requires more time. And it gets tough, man, to stop at 30 minutes. That takes discipline. But what keeps us going is knowing we'll be back on that topic the following week. So, what other kind of questions we have there, Rev?
What has surprised you most about doing this show? It's been your biggest surprise.
My biggest surprise has been the loyalty of the faithful daily viewers. That's probably my biggest surprise. Like, there's people literally, that watch every day and never miss. My second biggest surprise is the amount of viewership that we've had in such a short amount of time. Like, literally, over 60,000 views. That's huge to have in a new talk show. You know, there's
Yeah.
I mean, my lord, there's some TV shows that don't get that many views, you know, and so I think that's
Yeah.
been one of my biggest surprises. What would be yours? Anything you'd throw in on that?
I think I mentioned it earlier. Really, the connection that our viewership has, that's really been my biggest surprise. I didn't expect that. So I also didn't expect the technical challenges to be quite as severe as they are. I'm
Well,
a technology guy,
yeah,
and it's amazing.
and you're right because you know, you, yeah. If it's a challenge for you technologically, then you know it's pretty big. So yeah, but it's been a blast. So here we are, man. What are some other questions we have here today?
Of all the 100 episodes we've done, what is your favorite show?
By far, the juicing show. What is that? Episode 16?
19.
19. It's close. Because it was just, I felt like that was our favorite because, you know, it was just
lost Matt for a second as he's talking about juicing show number 19. Hope you all noticed, but we actually pinned that to the top of fuelforsuccess.tv. Speaking of challenges, Matt's internet's definitely one of our challenges, and we've talked to his provider, and we're still working that out. I don't know what we're going to have to do. I have to have somebody pull some fiber right to your place.
Were we just not
What?
venting about the challenges of technology, my friend?
Yes.
No, I have a theory that sometimes Carol just randomly kicks me off. She's got some kind of system you guys have worked out, some kind of button. Mike, what was I saying? Favorite
Episode
show was
19.
the juicing show because um, I'll give you three. The juicing show because of the fact that we have a place to point people to. Because I got emails daily, Mike. You know, we laughed about it. We laughed because I would post a picture of a NutriBullet, right? Like on the picture on my Facebook, somebody say, "What kind of juicer should I get?" Like this is like I got a picture, and I even say, "Just put spinach, watermelon, and pineapple in my NutriBullet," right? Like, I'm not exaggerating. Mike and I have laughed at. We've literally fallen on the ground laughing at some of the. And I don't mean that bad because I want you to always feel free to ask questions. But what's so hilarious is we do this massive 30-minute show. We show the different types of juicers. We highlighted 3 different juicers. You remember? 3. And we even gave the name. And somebody sincerely watched the show, watched all 30 minutes, and wrote, can you please direct me what kind of juicer I should buy? And I literally wrote back and said, laugh out loud, that's funny. Thinking they were joking, right? And they wrote back and said, sorry, like they weren't even joking. I'm like, can you do me a favor, please? Can you just rewatch the show? I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you, but I need you a favor just for my own sanity. Can you please rewatch the show? You know what I'm saying? Mike, one of my favorite episodes, because I thought it brought so much value, was the episode where you shared some tips about marriage. I don't remember exactly what one it was, but you gave some really good stuff, some really good content, some of the best I've heard that I think every husband should listen to. That was definitely one of my favorites. Just, I think having your doctor friend on, even though I wasn't personally on the show, that was a really amazing show. The girl, God, I can't believe I forgot her name, and if she's watching, I'm so sorry. But the girl's story when she lost all that weight, man, and what she went through with that, having her on that show was just powerful. And then one of my favorites was just because of the content that came out that day. It was a show about life where I talked about, people eating fried chicken at our funeral. Remember? Like you're going to die.
Yes.
Like you're going to be still in the front of the church or in the, in the casket. And people are going to be outside in line eating fried chicken and laughing, So I don't know. I just think we've had so many good shows. It's hard to say, but those would be mine. What about you, Rev?
Well, definitely the juicing show. I don't think we had so much fun doing that show. I mean, we're sort of cutting up and having a good time. And really every show where we had guests, we've had some amazing guests on. Like you said, Dr. Sefcek was amazing. Every time Joe Giletti's on, he's awesome. We had Sunshine on; she was amazing. Just one after another. There's so many that have been great. But one that really jumps out in my mind when I was there with you um, uh, in Tampa, and Caleb came on for about 10 or 15 minutes, and he just like threw down some wisdom. That show was amazing, and just that like 10 minutes of Caleb's when you were talking to him, you're asking him about really from a kid's perspective, you were asking him about parenting, and it was some incredible content from a kid, and so that was one of my favorites as well.
I'm humbled by that, and I'll have to say I agree. For Caleb's sake, that he did that day, he was on point and he helped a lot of parents. I remember we got a lot of emails from parents that were like, "Wow, I'm going to show this to my kids. You really helped me." Mike, real quick, back to our juicing show, real quick. Nobody
Yeah.
knows this, and I don't even know how we could even describe. Carol was was the hero that day. I mean,
Yeah.
she was behind the scenes. I was like, well, I'm getting ready to throw some watermelon in here. And Carol's like, watermelon, watermelon. She's like, cutting up watermelon real quick. I'm like, I'm actually getting ready to grab my knife. That was my hint. And Carol's like running through the kitchen, grabbing a knife because I need a knife. Or maybe I was out of water. I'm like under the computer, like handing my water off to her. And she's like, Carol was awesome that day behind the scenes, man. Yeah,
Yes.
Brett and Mike, I honestly believe that we're really seriously entertaining a little Mission 25 reality TV show, because I honestly believe millions would watch it, because if you really could see the reality of behind the scenes, you would lose yourself in laughter and crying.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mike, I'll tell you what. So, Mike, over the next 4 minutes, do we have any other questions? Let me see. Let me take a look.
One
Um,
more. I got one more for you.
okay.
How long are we planning on doing the show?
Well, here's the deal. I honestly think this show could seriously be a lifetime show. I think it's something that is going to go extremely viral. I think it's literally going to turn into bigger platforms. I really do. I think that I don't see this show being a show that ends anytime soon. I really don't. I think that our next level of the show is more interviews with people from all over the world, experts and masters and highly successful people in different areas of life. So I really see this show, Mike, being something that lasts for a long time. Now it's a commitment. It's a commitment because
Yeah.
9 a.m. every day. Like that's a pretty big commitment. It really is when you think about it. But we've done a good job. Like if Mike's had to go out on vacation or whatever, he's covered for me, or I've covered for him, and vice versa. When I went on my cruise, did a good job. You had some guests. You did some creative shows. So me personally, I know you're gonna probably say the same thing. We didn't rehearse any of this, but I see the show going on. If I have anything to do with it, I see it going. I see us having a show one day saying this is our 1,000th episode, Mike. Can you believe it? 1,000 shows.
Yeah.
What about you?
I totally agree with that, and I think that um, you know, how long do I think the show will last? 30 minutes a day. That's my short answer. Uh, and I would love to see, us increase the ways that we can get this content into people's hands. And I also agree with you in getting more expert guests on. There's we don't know everything about everything, and so But what's great is we're increasing our network. It takes a little time. We're contacting and meeting people that have specialties in certain areas, and really, I just thought of something. You know what surprises me? What really surprises me is that is I almost thought like 100 episodes. What are we going to talk about? And the reality is we have so much stuff that we can't even get to that
Yeah.
can help people in their lives. That there's like it's not like we're scratching the bottom of the barrel trying to find what we're going to talk about or what kind of questions people have. There's so many things that we can discuss and bring light to and so forth. And I think that just kind of casting a vision in the future. I'd like to see us get better equipment, and just be a little more
Studio.
solid on our technology. I'm a technology guy, so I'm like solid on the technology, so we don't have Matt dropping out in the middle of a show. At the same time, I love the grassroots feel of it. I love the fact that we're able to interact with everybody and that it's not this professional thing. You know what I'm saying? It's us in a room chatting with y'all, and I like that aspect of it.
You know something, Mike? You are 100% right, my friend. And I see that definitely in our future. And this is what I love about us. And this is something we teach people. Start now. And it's not perfect. Like both of us are like, we literally, when we get out, when we're on the phone with each other, we're together, we're like 60,000 views, bro. We should be up way over 200,000 views. So like when
Yeah.
you said we want to get the word out, we really do. We believe in this show, and we believe it can change people's lives, and we believe it can add value to teenagers, to parents, to elderly people, to kids, you know. So we do want to get the word out. We want to you know, we want everyone to watch this show. So I do see us having our own studios. I do see higher technology. I do see us increasing there. More guests. I'd love to have a college bowl named after Fuel for Success. Can you imagine? Like the Fuel for Success bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be amazing.
I'd
There
rather
you
just
go.
have a blimp. Can we get a blimp?
Yeah, blimp would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. See, and that's one more thing I want to say. Never in 100 episodes have Mike and I ever had dead space where we didn't know what to talk about or we didn't have questions. Like there's been such a flow to every show, and we really give credit to God because we pray before every show that God would use us, that God would flow through us, and that we would be a blessing. Our goal is not to hear
Yeah.
ourselves talk. Our goal is to help you guys and to answer your questions and to give value to your life. And listen, if any of you have suggestions on how we can make this show better, we're wide open. Please feel free to call us or text us or email us. Mike, maybe throw an email up there. Let's Mike, for our final one, for our 100th episode. We should have done this earlier because we're already past our time. I know you're over there sweating bullets. Let's give away a book. Let's give away a book, man.
Yeah. Let's do that. So if you want to text the number, we pop it here. What book? Just any book?
Any book they want. Juice book, prayer guide, outreach book, or Bible study. Thank you, Christy. And you text that.
There you go.
And then Mike is pick a winner, and he does it. It's one of those things where it's automated, so it's not. Welcome Al.
Well,
Al's been Al and Mike, two new daily guys that have been watching us daily, and they both give good thoughts. They both give good content. They both ask good questions. So just a shout out to them.
all right. So we'll give a couple of minutes. Hey, one thing I wanted to kind of circle back on since we have a few minutes while we're waiting for folks to text in. The technology that we're using with podcasts and with YouTube, the reason that we really did that was that some folks wanted to watch the shows or listen to the shows on their iPods or their iPhones or Android phones, smartphones, that sort of thing while they're working out or walking or whatever. And you can definitely go to fuelforsuccess.tv and do that. But of course, the advantage or the value of having a podcast is that you can go to any RSS feed reader or to your iTunes on your iPhone or any of those podcast listeners, and you can subscribe to the podcast. And once you subscribe, then every time a new episode is posted, it just pops up in your queue. So you don't have to go searching for it. It just shows up in your audio player so that you can just go to them. And so we did that just as a convenience to our viewers. And then of course the YouTube, we have a monitor in our living room with one of those smart DVD players that you can get to like watch YouTube videos and Netflix and stuff on. And I thought, why can't we have Fuel for Success on this smart TV thing? And I thought, well, the easiest way to do that is to create a YouTube channel. And so you can subscribe to that YouTube channel through most smart TVs or smart DVD players or like Apple TV or a Roku or something like that, and you can go right to the YouTube channel and watch all the episodes right on your smart TV. So that's the reason that we did those different channels of distribution, just to make it easier for you. So because sometimes it's on different devices basically, and we're working on trying to make that even better.
You know, Mike, actually, that's really cool. And I would just, as you're getting ready to do the drawing, and I know we got to go big time, um, is do that, guys. Really do go subscribe, because no matter what, even if you miss a few episodes, it'll automatically show up on your iPod or wherever you have your iTunes set up, your computer, your whatever. And then also, you're right, Mike. I mean, we watch a lot of YouTube videos on Apple TV. And I never even
Yeah.
thought of that till you just said that. That you're exactly right. People can actually watch Fuel for Success on their TV if they have one of those smart TV devices. So, kudos to Mike Hopkins.
All right, let me. I need to random number generator, and I'm doing it on my phone here because I'm not at home. All right, and our winner. The winner has a phone number ending in 6718. It's a 614 number. Is that Columbus?
Who's the winner?
Who has a phone number ending in 6718? You have a phone number ending in 6718. You are today's winner on Fuel for Success. Anyone?
Just text
You
them. They
have.
might not type in. They might be watching on their phone. Who knows? So put in the
Oh,
chat
right.
box and
If,
the one.
what's that?
Oh, Christy won. Perfect
Oh, that's
example of how
cool.
you
Awesome, Christy.
all kinds of gift bags for the teens in Philly. So cannot give God. Mike, for our 100th episode, we went 7 minutes over, but you know what? It's our show. If we want to go 7 minutes over, we can. We don't usually. So, my friends, we love you. Happy 100. Thank you so much. Mike, you enjoy your day. Anybody out there want to throw a $25 Starbucks gift card to Mike so that way he can drink all the Starbucks he wants on his way home today? Go ahead and hook him up, my friends. It's Happy 100. Don't do anything for me. I'm cool. Take care of my boy on the road. I love you guys. Mike, we'll see you tomorrow, my friend. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. or excuse me, 11 a.m., 9 a.m. for Fuel for Success. We'll be taking care of our spirituality tomorrow, my friends. We love you guys. God bless you. Thank you for everything. We believe in you, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. God bless.